residents in some rural towns of KwaZulu-Natal are also taking it upon themselves to protect their communities from violence and looting. In Ixopo and Umzimkhulu, residents are stopping and searching vehicles coming in and out of those two areas. Our Malungelo Booi is in Umzimkhulu for us and joins us now live. It's the kind of spirit, if you like, Malu, that the president would certainly like to see at a time like this, given the week we've just had.
That's right, and well, we in Umzimkhulu, as you rightfully pointed out, but here you would be deceived when you think that there's a sense of normalcy that's slowly returning as people go about their daily business. But when you're coming into this town, I mean, one thing that we experienced was that we were stopped by some residents who were asking us who we are, what are we doing, and they were also searching our vehicle, also saying that they're making sure that they know the people that are actually in their community, because they no longer want to see what has been happening over the past few days here in KwaZulu-Natal as well as in Gauteng. We're behind one of the stores here in Umzimkhulu, and we're told was destroyed last week in the looting. We're told it's a furniture shop and a hardware store, and we're also told, Ayanda, that there's about between 4 to 8 people that died in that incident last week. We're also still waiting to hear from local authorities, really, as to for them to confirm those numbers. But as things stand, really, there's that sense of normalcy, but people are not letting their guard down. If you look into towns like Umzimkhulu, for example, this town, 90% of the population here lives in rural areas, and people will tell you that job opportunities in towns like this are actually quite scarce. And there's a lady that I was talking to about 5 minutes ago before going to air with you, and she was saying that she just doesn't understand why would people want to destroy the very businesses that are assisting themselves, considering the fact that communities like this one, it's really difficult to find employment opportunities. And this Umzimkhulu also borders between KwaZulu-Natal and the Eastern Cape, and if my memory serves me right, in fact, during the previous dispensation, this town used to fall under the Eastern Cape, and due to the demarcation, and then it was brought into KwaZulu-Natal. So there's a lot here that's going on, and also you can see though the level of poverty and desperation. But the people that we've been talking to really essentially saying that they don't want to see any violence and looting in their community. Ayanda?
The events of the week gone by are certainly being a meeting point of various social ills, Malu. You speak about the community there not dropping their guard down. I wonder how much that matches with the, security presence of any personnel from the SAPS or even the military itself. Are they too, from your sense, keeping their guard up?
That's it. That's an important point, Ayanda, in fact, you are raising. I've seen at least 1 or 2 police vehicles doing patrols in this particular town. I have not seen the military, but you also can see, though, that there's private security guards that have been hired by some of the private companies that operate here. In fact, you can see that some of these people are armed. Then it will tell you that the threat, really, of the violence is still very, very high.
What is there left to salvage? That's the other question being asked on a week like this, when we're taking stock of what we've just come out of as a country. You are standing quite symbolically at one of the gutted stores. Are there ones that are still standing?
Well, there's about what? I was told there's about 3 stores that have been really affected by the looting last week. And the mall here, there's 2 malls. One of the malls has also been affected. The other mall, I'm told, has not been affected. Next to the Umzimkhulu mall, then, that has not been affected, Ayanda. What you then see is that one entrance has been opened to allow people to go inside. The other entrance has been closed. But also what you see, Ayanda, are private security guards that are helping to safeguard some of the properties that are still standing. As we were saying earlier, you know, also some of the residents in this particular community playing their part in making sure they also assist in, you know, preventing any further destruction of this particular community. There was also messages, I was told, over the past few days that have been circulating in the community, urging people to also, you know, carry on and loot. But some community members are saying that, well, they have been speaking to some members of their communities, telling them that they should not take part in that looting and the destruction which we saw last week. In fact, they must do everything possible to protect their community.
All right, Malungelo Booi, last to us there from Umzimkhulu in KwaZulu-Natal. Malu, thanks very much indeed.